A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a decisive move aimed at countering Russian aggression, the United Kingdom has imposed sanctions on 3 units of the Russian military intelligence agency, known as the GRU, along with 18 of its officers. This action is part of a broader strategy to combat what the UK government describes as a sustained campaign of malicious cyber activity orchestrated by Russia to destabilize Europe. The Foreign Office announced these sanctions on Friday, highlighting the involvement of the sanctioned officers in heinous acts, including the tragic bombing of a theater in Mariupol, Ukraine, during the early days of the war in 2022, which resulted in the deaths of hundreds of civilians seeking refuge inside. The UK government has also pointed fingers at these individuals for their alleged roles in the poisoning of former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia in 2018, an attack that employed the deadly nerve agent Novichok. Foreign Secretary David Lammy emphasized the seriousness of the situation, stating, "GRU spies are running a campaign to destabilize Europe, undermine Ukraine's sovereignty, and threaten the safety of British citizens." The sanctions come amid ongoing tensions between the UK and Russia, which have been exacerbated by a series of cyber attacks targeting various sectors, including media outlets, telecommunications, political institutions, and energy infrastructure within the UK. British authorities have consistently accused Moscow of engaging in a wide range of malign activities, from traditional espionage to more aggressive tactics like sabotage and assassination. This latest round of sanctions is not an isolated incident. Earlier this month, 3 individuals were convicted for their involvement in an arson attack targeting a Ukrainian-linked business in London, an act allegedly commissioned by the Wagner mercenary group. In response to the sanctions, Russia has dismissed the allegations as politically motivated, asserting that it poses no threat to the UK. In addition to targeting the GRU, the British Foreign Ministry has also sanctioned leaders of the African Initiative, a Russian-funded social media operation accused of conducting disinformation campaigns in West Africa. The UK has recently increased its military spending to bolster its defense capabilities, partly in response to perceived threats from Russia, nuclear risks, and cyber attacks. The European Union and NATO have also condemned Russia's destabilizing activities, aligning with the UK's stance. This announcement coincided with the EU's approval of a new sanctions package against Russia, aimed at reinforcing economic pressure in light of its ongoing war in Ukraine. The EU measures include a cap on oil prices, a ban on transactions involving Nord Stream gas pipelines, and targeting additional shadow fleet ships. The UK's sanctions against the GRU and its officers are part of a larger strategy to raise awareness of Russia's aggressive actions and to impose costs on individuals working for Russian intelligence services, making it increasingly difficult for them to operate internationally. While the immediate impact of these sanctions may be limited, the UK government hopes to send a strong message about the consequences of Russia's actions and its commitment to supporting Ukraine in its fight against aggression. As the situation continues to evolve, the international community remains vigilant against the backdrop of Russia's ongoing campaign of sabotage and disruption across Europe, with over 70 different attacks attributed to Russian operatives since the invasion began. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.